I talked about it last night. Whatever it take, whoever it take, however long it take, finish with the win. And that's what we did today. Dare, big time, man. Dare, hey, great job, man. Great job. What a play. And we did it most yards in the first 4 weeks of a season. Nico Collins. Great job, man. Keep balling, CJ again. Great job. Way to lead us. All right, offense when we needed it most, guys. Way to go close it out.
Welcome on in, Houston Texans fans. Got a beautiful one for you guys today. You guys beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20, and you all know how it happened. It happened from the kid himself, Coleridge Bernard Stroud. We're back on that type of noise, that type of magic. Was able to just forget the times, forget the pressure, forget the impact on that last final drive, and just deliver. Just delivered that 1 yard pass touchdown to Dare. Not even gonna try to say his last name, with 18 seconds left on the clock. And, you know, he threw for 345 yards, gave the world 2 touchdowns. And the thing is this, last week, right? So last week, that tough game where he left the game with 2 interceptions, just the bounce back, right? The ability to rebound off of that stinker of a game against the Minnesota Vikings and not be dismayed, not be discouraged, not be upset. There was no boo-hoo. It was accountability. Accountability after that Vikings loss. And when players actually are accountable, not just saying it for the camera, not just saying it for media, but actually mean, like, I made mistakes, this is my fault. This is how they respond when those players are serious about the bad games, the bad woes that they have. And so for him to come out once again, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20, having an amazing last drive to cap things off to secure that win, just beautiful. And to go off of what we also talked about last week, the defense not having the best game ever at all, you guys stepped up today. You know, they legitimately stepped up, especially in the second half. And Eric Murray, what the hell, just that amazing sack to really give the defense a lot of energy in that second half off the edge. I think it was his career 5th sack. That was beautiful. Limiting the Jaguars to just 1 touchdown and forcing critical punts. A lot of punts, right, where they're like kind of deciding, should we go for it, deciding their options. No, they go ahead and punt the ball away, and the defense had everything to do with that. And I want to give some kudos to a young rookie, Cam Bullock. So Cam Bullock, who is a rookie who I liked him a lot coming out of USC. We talked about this. There's a play where Tank Bigsby, running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars, just breaks one, guys. Starts ripping it down the sideline. It looks like it was going to be a guaranteed touchdown. He just breaks through the second layer defenders, and then it's just off to the races almost immediately. And he's not in camera focus, but from my point of view, Tank Bigsby, it's a touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then Cam Bullock comes running like a madman and just secures the tackle. And beautifully, what it did, it set up a beautiful 4-down stand with the Texans defense shutting out the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a divisional game, a lot of emotions. This game really means something to both teams. And so that effort by Cam Bullock, that showed so much about what D'Amico Ryans preaches to the defense on a daily basis of playing through the whistle. And Cam Bullock, once again, that play, that's just going to be a play I know all week they're going to be replaying to show the efforts. Because once again, if Cam Bullock does not push Tank Bigsby out of bounds, that's a touchdown. But he gave the defense a chance to respond. He gave the defense a chance to be great. So I love that. And despite, losing major pieces to the offense, you don't have Tank Dell, you don't have Joe Mixon, you don't even have Dameon Pierce. The Texans offense still managed to show a lot of firepower. And Nico Collins was clearly the star of it all and was able to just do great things in that regard. 12 receptions, franchise record, 12 receptions for 151 yards and a touchdown. And we don't, no flack to Mr. CJ Stroud himself, but there was another touchdown in the back of the end zone that sailed a little bit too high. Nico was open and could have got it. So there was more food left on the plate. And so with his exceptional start out to this 2024 season, he's breaking records, as you all know, with having the most yards in the first 4 games for any Texans receiver ever. And yes, that means any and all. So this is something that Andre Johnson has not done. This is something that even when DeAndre Hopkins was in the building, he has not done. And so, well, maybe they have done it, but Nico Collins has done it better in the first 4 weeks of NFL play. Great job for Nico Collins. And all he's doing is just proving the Texans right. With sticking with them, with having slow starts to his NFL career, keep pushing him out there, and he is just comfortable. It looks like he is legitimately comfortable out there to where they can't do anything. As long as he has time and he has his routes, he's going to eat. He's doing this on like 15-yard dig routes. 15-yard dig routes, and in order for him to do that on 50-yard dig routes, the offensive line has to be in step with each other, legitimately in step with each other. And so when you have a good offensive line, which you guys do, and then you have good receivers, which you guys definitely do, and then you have a legitimate quarterback, which you guys for sure do, these plays are able to happen for you guys. And with those big-time injuries, those dudes that we talked about being out of the game, holy moly, man, Cam Akers, isn't he just like a beautiful godsend almost? Like, honestly, he is just making impact after impact out of the backfield, and he leaves the game with 51 yards on 13 carries, averaging 4.1 yards per carry. But his performance, like, if someone just sees that, it's like, oh, that's not a great game. 13 carries, 51 yards. Yeah, I've seen that before. But it's the plays that he himself has made. Even last week against Minnesota, he was making plays. This whole season, he's been making plays. And so he just looks like a legitimate piece to the puzzle for you guys to be very much successful. And same thing with Dare, who added 54 total yards for the offense. And of course, we saw his amazing touchdown that was able to seal the game for you guys. Now, I would say this, the Houston Texans face Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills next Sunday. That's going to be a great game, and I just want to know, are you guys as confident in your team as I am? Because I think this is a team that's very much going to perform in the bright lights, perform against a team in the Buffalo Bills who are winning, and they look very good. They look very much like they're in mid-season form. I would very, very much want to know how you guys all believe in that game is going to go. Once again, big love, big shout out, big kudos to CJ Stroud, Coleridge, Bernard. Another thing about him, and I'm wondering if you guys have seen it as well, he's more athletic than he can show and what he's put out to the world, because his moments where he can break the pocket, put his body in very weird positions, but letting his arm rip, and his ability to keep his eyes downfield is just another great thing. So he's more athletic than we give him credit for. He always has his eyes down the field looking for the big time play. And then we already know, lastly, his nerves, it's gone. And the things that you guys have dealt with so early this season, with having the injuries, with having the loss very early in the season, and then more than anything, having that grit, having that goal to be like, it doesn't matter what's happening, it doesn't matter how much time's left on the clock, we believe in ourselves, we choose us on how we're going to finish this game. And then I know a lot of you are going to be talking about it. Look, guys, punts happen all the time, muff punts happen all of the time. But yes, Mr. Steven Sims, he almost gave up the game very, very early. That touchdown off of a punt, well, he didn't really score, but it was able to give a really, really short field for the Jacksonville Jaguars very early in the game. That can't happen against these other powerhouse of teams that you guys are going to go up against. So, Mr. Steven Sims, figure it out, or I promise you, I'm just a guy on a radio. You will be replaced. Texans fans, let me know how you feel. Let me know what this game has done for you. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing against the Buffalo Bills next week. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.